everyone, welcome to our special edition about temperature versus humidity in Mauritius. To explain to you eyelash stylists who are having trouble in making eyelash extension when it's warm during the summer in Denmark or somewhere else, or maybe others that are having trouble to make the eyelashes to stick with to the natural lashes because it's way too cold. So I'm going to explain today why does it happen and what to do, because we're still having some trouble, especially in Denmark, where there is kind of a misunderstanding about the temperature and the amount of humidity outside differs from the amount of humidity inside. So we tend to kind of add more water molecules into the air to make the eyelashes glue to stick faster, but it's not always the solution, and it has been proven during this last summer, which was like in August, that it didn't work. A lot of eyelash stylists got this problem because it says that using the humidifier should help, but you can't add water molecules in the air when the temperature is high, because they will obviously turn into steam straight away. So let me explain why and what to do in this type of situations. And I choose to make this video while I was traveling to visit some family in Mauritius, because in Mauritius we have very high amount of humidity in the air, and it was a great opportunity for me to compare the temperature and humidity in the air with the one in Denmark, where I actually live now. So, and I would like to explain how the chemical properties of the eyelash adhesive, for example, is affected with the temperature and humidity, and how to work best with your eyelashes glue so you get the best retentions, because retention is quite a big issue, I believe, because we got I have a salon, and every time we got new clients coming from others, they're always saying that the lashes didn't last more than 1 week during summer, or max 2 weeks, and it was not supposed to be like that, because when you use an eyelashes adhesive containing cyanoacrylates, which is a very strong polymer substance, it means that the eyelashes should last, especially because cyanoacrylates in our adhesive, they have a lifetime. Most of them have a lifetime of 6 weeks, and then of course with daily activities which wear off the eyelashes adhesive, of course, then it will fall off, but it was not supposed to only last like 1 to 2 weeks. So that's why I thought it would be a great idea to make this video and try to explain live, or and help you out. So yeah. So there are actually 3 things that we should consider when we're making eyelashes extensions. If you understand these 3 things, then you can use any eyelashes adhesive at any time of the year in any countries, and your eyelashes will have the best retentions. The first one is the chemical properties of your eyelashes adhesive, which means that you have to understand the chemical properties of cyanoacrylates. Most of eyelashes adhesive, they contain ethyl cyanoacrylates and methyl cyanoacrylates. They both have different flash points. A flash point is when the liquids, which is our adhesive, change and become gas form, and it can be like burn, like if there's too dry in the air, or some kind of how can I say that, fire around it, it will initiate, and which means that they have quite a high flash points, which means that higher temperature is in your treatment room, the more reactive is your cyanoacrylates, which is your eyelash adhesive. The lower temperature is in your eyelashes room, less reactive will your eyelashes adhesive be. Meaning that I don't know if some of you knows, but some countries they do it quite well, but in Denmark we have this kind of confusing thing about, oh, is it good to have the eyelashes adhesive into the fridge or not? But cyanoacrylates has a melting point of minus 22 degrees Celsius. It means that if you put the adhesive into the fridge at low temperatures, close to the melting point of water, then actually you preserve your eyelashes glue not to start polymerization. As a lot of you knows, for polymerization of the eyelash adhesive to happen, it needs like moist or water molecules around for a polymerization to happen, which is what we need as eyelash stylists to get a good retention. But we need to do it well, because if, for example, polymerization happen too early or doesn't happen at all, then your eyelashes obviously would not last. So this is why I'm gonna explain in terms of temperature and humidity in the air what to do, and why you should do it. So yeah, some of the stuff that I'm gonna explain is gonna be a bit in Danish, and some of them is gonna be in English. My very strong point is the chemistry in behind eyelash extension. For me, it's very difficult for me to explain it like properly in Danish, because Danish language is not my mother language. I speak French and English most of the time. I have a better vocabulary about it, so that's why where I feel that I can explain everything in Danish, I'm gonna do it, and where I feel that I will explain better, I will do it in English. I just hope that everyone follows with me and understand what I mean. We are here by the beach. I'm gonna show you beautiful weather, and at the moment the temperature here is 29 degrees point 9, almost 30 degrees, and the amount of humidity is quite high, is lying around 72%. I'm gonna show you my hydro thermometer and so you understand. Yeah, something about me is a lot of people just thinking, who is this Mary? Why is she talking about chemistry all the time, and does she know what she's telling about? Well, I've been studying science since I'm small, like most of you in school, but I have been in science and technology school in Mauritius at Mahatma Gandhi Institute, which are specialized only in science, and I loved chemistry. I thought that chemistry is wonderful because everything is in the air, everything around us is kind of chemistry. So I thought it's so interesting, and that I can use this knowledge. Actually, the thing that I'm going to explain is quite basic. It's everyone who has been in school have learned about it, but it's like I put my knowledge into practice, and I use it a lot into my work. And this is why today, after being in Denmark for like 7 years, I obviously could build something very strong as a business, where I have like regular customer, and they trust me, they trust my girls as well, and they want to come to us because I believe we do the best and best retention, and they also always say that we do the best one, and they always go away and they come back and they say it is the best one. They just want to stay. So I decided, after so many years of thinking, should I share my knowledge or not, and I have decided finally, okay, I'm going to take the next step. So I started the academy, and I wanted to be special, so I started a mobile app. It took me almost a year to build this app. to make it like the best in terms of education for my lash stylist. We built up the courses. We didn't do as anyone else because I got a lot of girls that got their courses somewhere else. It was very difficult for me to change the mindset because they have learned something, and of course some of the courses that is nowadays out there, it's like from someone else that took someone else, and what happened is there's not deep enough research in it, and what actually, this is what actually makes some of the eyelash extension nowadays in Denmark or maybe somewhere else, I don't know. My experience is this is why it's some of the extension is not lasting. It's because there is a lack of deep research about things, and this is why I thought, well, we're just gonna be different, and yeah, so yeah, this is why I'm here. So we already know that temperature and the amount of water molecules found in the air, humidity, affects how our eyelashes adhesive cure. Why? First, we have to remember that because of cyanoacrylates like methyl and ethyl cyanoacrylates, which is the main components of our eyelashes adhesive, they have a high flash points, meaning that they will react faster with high temperature. That's why temperature affects how fast our eyelashes glue will cure. And the second thing is the polymerization, which occurs when water molecules is come into contact with our adhesive, which is the cyanoacrylates. The molecules of the cyanoacrylates inside will react with the hydrogen ion into the water molecules found in the air, and actually cyanoacrylate doesn't need too much water molecules to start reacting, to start polymerization. The amount of water vapor like molecules present in the air naturally is enough for it to happen. So that's why it's important to understand how you can work best with your eyelashes glue and what to do at high temperature or low amount of humidity, what you should do. And sometimes is like using humidifier not always the good solutions. Let's take a look at this amount of temperature we're having right now and see what will be the solution. So let's check out the temperature and humidity actually in Mauritius right now. It just fell down about a couple of percentage. The weather just changed as well, a bit cloudy, which means that soon there will be rain. So at 30 degrees Celsius here by the coastal coast of Mauritius, we have around 68% of humidity in the air. And let's say you have this amount of humidity in the air with the same temperature and you're working with your eyelashes. So what is going to happen is your eyelashes glue will dry too fast for it when you're going to apply onto your natural lashes, that it will not stick properly, because first the amount of eyelashes glue used, it's quite little when we apply eyelashes extension, and at this temperature and amount of humidity in the air, they will obviously just dry before even if you apply it. So there's two solutions in this in this situation. The solution number one is to get the humidity to be lower, so that you get the perfect working environment, so that your eyelashes extension can stick properly onto your natural lashes of your clients. And then the second solution is to use a glue that doesn't dry too fast. If you're using obviously an eyelashes adhesive that is curing in 0.5 to 1 second, then your eyelashes would not last very long. So this is the two reasons. Let's say now during summer, for example, in Denmark this summer in August, there has been very low humidity in the air. It was quite dry, and the problem that a lot of the eyelash technician was facing was that the eyelashes adhesive was not growing very fast, so they're also having their lashes not to last very well. So, and what they did make it even worse, because the temperature was so high and they add more humidity in the air, so it just didn't help at all. So the solution for this is actually to cool down your room, to make the water molecules that is already present in the air to get at your same level as you're working, so you have the perfect working environment to work into. And in cold weather, which is not right now in winter, there's relatively high moisture in Denmark, but because of the cold, and cold doesn't retain moist as well as warm weather do, so obviously the amount of moist in the air is kind of low, and the temperature is also low. So these two properties, which is very important for our adhesive cyanoacrylates, which is present in our eyelashes glue, is obviously not here for our eyelashes glue to start reacting, start curing. So that is why a lot some eyelash stylists, they have problems in making their eyelash extension. They think it's very slow, they tend to change the glue, they think they have to add moist in the air, so they use humidifier again, and it doesn't work. It's because of the misunderstanding of the chemical properties of the cyanoacrylates present in the eyelashes adhesive. So this is why it is, if you use a faster glue or you increase the temperature of your working environment, you will obviously increase naturally the moist into the room, making the perfect environment for you to work and making your eyelashes adhesive to stick faster. But you have to have the right technique as well. This was a piece of our live today, talking about humidity in the air and temperature. So if you want to learn more about more about all the properties, all the perfect situation, and for the best eyelashes retentions on eyelashes glue, download our mobile app and get started with our chemistry behind eyelash extension. We have prepared everything, all details about eyelashes glue, what to do and not to do to make the best retentions. Obviously you're gonna double up your revenue, and you're gonna make also more, you're gonna have more clients, and this is gonna make a big change into your businesses, into your work, and you will be more happy and satisfied. So take care, bye bye.